I started doing these other ride videos for exercise bikes where I don't say a word. This isn't one of those, obviously. But I filmed one. I took my scooter up to Hatley Castle. And then I filmed another one yesterday. But I ended up not posting that one and just deleted it because I got so fucking pissed off. I was trying to do this like no talking ride, right? And I went like a whole long airport loop, and like it was pretty long. It ended up being 59 kilometers at the end of it all. But after I was coming like on the home stretch there, I come up to this one, like it was like 4-way stop or whatever, and this guy, he stops, okay, fine. So I'm stopped too, and I'm waiting. I look at him like, are you gonna go? And he just sits there. So I'm like, oh, I guess I can go then. So I start going, and then he leans out the window. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, well, I went because you weren't going. You know, what do you want? So anyway, whatever, that fucking caused me to open my mouth. I had to say something about that on the video, which kind of ruined the no talking part. And then I thought, okay, well, it's just a typical driver. We'll just forget about it, right? I get up the trail a little further. And keep in mind, I was going 20 kilometers an hour the whole way. I was getting passed constantly by other cyclists going about 30 or more. Because that's just how people ride. You know? Especially the people on the road bikes. They go the fastest. They'll go like 40, 50, some of them. But they only ever complain about the e-bikes. But those guys will pass me all the time. And you know, all the power to you. I mean, you want to pedal that fast, go for it. But doesn't really bother me too much. I get a little annoyed that nobody says anything to them about how fast they're going, but they sure fucking bitch about e-bikes. That gets under my skin a little bit. But I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, they're just doing their thing. I always call them the spandex warriors because usually in spandex, but but hey, you know, whatever. Maybe I'll become one of them one day. Who knows? So I don't make too much fun of them. But they're generally the fastest people on the bike trail. So anyways, I'm going like 20, right? And I see this horse, and so I do what I usually do when I see a horse, because I've passed horses on the trail lots of times. And I pull over the farthest side away I can be. So I'm like nowhere near the horse. And I go by, I even slow down a little bit. I slow down about 15. So I'm going like, you know, pretty slow. The horse is fine, no deal. And this woman walking along, she goes, hey, slow down. You know, only to me, not to anybody else that fucking passed me, just to me. And then her fucking boyfriend or whatever jumps practically in front of my bike, and I gotta come screeching to a halt. And he's like, are you fucking stupid? And he's like, what the hell, man? You know, your horse doesn't own the goddamn trail. And I was nowhere near their horse, and I was already slowed down for the horse. They just wanted to be assholes. I think they just expect everybody to stop for them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I could. But I mean, I've passed lots of horses before, and it was never an issue, so. I don't know what these fucking people's problem was. But it just pissed me off, and then I would go back to rewatch the video, because I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can like mute this part or something, or I don't know, and. But then that kind of hinders the ride, and then I just got tired looking at it, because every time I looked at that ride, it just reminded me of that fucking asshole. So I ended up, in a fit of anger, I deleted the ride. Not entirely, though. I did do a sped up version that was like 9 minutes long. Gave me an opportunity to test if I want to keep doing the music or the sped up sound effects, so that was kind of nifty. And so I covered up their part with music. And then it's like, it's a good comparison video if you like, to me it sounds kind of cool with just like if you're not talking, obviously if you're talking it'll sound weird, but when you speed up a no talking video and you just hear like the road sounds and maybe a little bit of the motor, it just kind of sounds cool. But then I also see like most people, they just put music over it, and sometimes my vlogs I'll do a version like that where I just put music over it. So I decided, well, we'll leave most of it with the sound, and then like near the end we'll put a couple little music tracks there, and so that's sped up one there. They're just neat to watch. I don't know, I make them more for my own amusement. I don't know how many people actually like those videos, But I enjoy them, so that's why I post them. I think it's just neat to see the ride in high speed. Take like a 2-hour ride or 2.5-hour ride and turn it into a 10-minute ride with all the speed. But yeah, like those people they just fucking piss me off. And I like horses generally too. So I have nothing against the horse, just the horse owners. Like maybe they were worried the horse would get spooked, but I mean I wasn't going fast. I was actually going slower than everybody else on the trail. I only started to speed up a little bit after that. So I thought, you know what? We're close to town, let's speed up a bit. So then I went up to like, you know, what we're doing now, which is 30. But I was low on battery, so it ended up being like 28. And that was after I passed, or when I passed the horse, I was going about 15. And that's kilometers an hour, not miles, so. I mean, in miles, 15 is like, I don't know what 15 in miles is. Maybe it's 20. I'd have to look it up on Google, which I can't do right now because I'm on the bike. So, I don't know, look it up, I guess. If you need to know that bad. But anyway, it's a lot slower than it would be in miles. Is where I'm going with this. But I just thought, like, you know, just the entitlement of some people, it just gets under my skin. I can't stand that shit. And you seem to see a lot more of this nowadays too. I don't know, maybe it's just the times we live in, but people are just like really entitled and just assholes.